America built the F-35 to dominate the skies for decades, a stealth machine powered by software, sensors, and secrets. But Israel took that same aircraft and turned it into something even the United States can't fully control. They call it the F-35I Adir, and it has quietly become one of the most independent, customized fifth-generation fighters on Earth. The story of how that happened says everything about power, trust, and control in the modern battlefield. Before we go deeper, quick question for the comments. If you believe true strength means controlling your own systems, type yes. If you think alliances and shared systems still win in modern warfare, type no. And while you're here, hit subscribe and tap like, because this channel dives where others won't, breaking down the hidden layers behind the world's most advanced war machines. Now let's get into how the jet America built became the one it can't completely read. When Israel agreed to buy the F-35, it didn't want just another fighter. It wanted freedom, the freedom to modify, maintain, and fight without asking for permission. Every other buyer, Japan, Britain, Italy, South Korea, received a locked version. They could fly it, load its weapons, even use its sensors, but they couldn't touch the software that runs it. Those mission computers, radar libraries, and data links are encrypted behind American firewalls. Israel refused that deal. Their argument was brutally practical. In war, we can't wait for approval to fix what's ours. So after years of negotiations, Washington granted Israel something no one else has, the right to access the jet's core systems and build its own layers of software. That decision created a new beast, the F-35I Adir, meaning mighty one. It looks like every other F-35 from the outside, but inside it's different. The code, the electronics, the network, all rewritten by Israeli engineers. The Adir became the only fifth-generation jet whose operating logic wasn't entirely American. Inside its brain, the first thing Israel changed was the electronic warfare suite. The standard F-35 is loaded with global data, radar signatures, and jamming profiles for every theater on the planet. But Israel doesn't fight global wars, it fights regional ones. The threats come from Iranian radars, Syrian missile batteries, and locally modified Russian systems. So Israeli companies Elbit and Rafael rewired the jet's EW system with a homegrown database tuned to the Middle East. Each emitter, each radar pattern, each hostile frequency is cataloged inside. When a new radar switches on across the border, Israeli programmers can update the Adir's response in less than 2 days. Other F-35 operators must wait for contractor approval. Israel just uploads and flies. Then there's communication. The American F-35 uses encrypted NATO links like MADL and Link 16, great for joint missions but visible to US command networks. The Adir doesn't. It speaks its own language. Israeli engineers built a sovereign data link that connects Adirs to drones, ground batteries, F-15s, and F-16s, creating what the Israeli Air Force calls a combat web. Information from a single Adir can trigger artillery, guide missiles, or hand off a live target to another aircraft, all within seconds. It's invisible to outsiders and impossible to interrupt remotely. The independence doesn't stop there. Most F-35s rely on an American system called Odin, a massive digital cloud that monitors each aircraft's health and sends diagnostics back to US servers. It's efficient, but it also means foreign fleets are dependent on a network they don't control. Israel said no. They built a separate cloud, hosted inside secure bases and managed by Israeli technicians. Every flight log, every maintenance record, every sensor replay stays inside national walls. If US servers went dark tomorrow, the Adir fleet would still fly.
Weapons integration was another battlefield. The standard F-35 is designed to carry US-approved missiles and bombs. Israel wanted flexibility to load indigenous weapons built for its own targets. That required rewriting the weapons management software and even modifying the physical wiring inside the weapons bay. The result? Adirs can now carry the Spice 1000, Rampage, and Delilah missiles internally without losing stealth. Each weapon links seamlessly to the Adir's sensors and targeting systems, giving pilots a wider range of strike options than any other operator on the planet. Combat proved all of this wasn't theory. In 2018, Israel became the first country ever to use the F-35 in real war. Adirs slipped through Syrian airspace, struck Iranian missile depots, and vanished before the radar picture even refreshed. No Mosses, no detection. Satellite images later showed destroyed launchers, but no trace of how it happened. The Adir had just changed the playbook, not just through stealth, but through information dominance. While flying low observable, it mapped every signal across the region, sending that intelligence back to older jets and ground units. By the time follow-on strikes arrived, every target was already marked. The Adir didn't just fight, it choreographed an entire battle. Behind the scenes, Israel invested heavily in local maintenance and stealth recovery facilities. Special hangars built with climate-controlled coating labs can repair the jet's radar-absorbent skin without shipping it overseas. Engineers from local firms fabricate parts in-house using 3D printing, faster, cheaper, and fully secure. If a part breaks during operations, replacements are printed the same day. No waiting, no bureaucracy, no dependency. The Adir's autonomy brought one hidden challenge: cybersecurity. The more you modify software, the more attack surfaces appear. So Israel's Cyber Command embedded teams directly into the Adir program. Every data link, every mission system, every firmware line is constantly stress-tested. That effort turned the Adir into not only a stealth platform, but a digital fortress, a jet hardened against intrusion from both enemies and friends. All this independence comes with trade-offs. Israel bears full responsibility for upgrades, costs, and risk. But the payoff is operational speed. When a new threat radar appears in Syria, Israeli programmers don't draft a memo, they update the jets overnight. When a maintenance flaw is found, technicians patch it in hours. That speed defines modern warfare, the ability to adapt faster than the enemy evolves. Every pilot who's flown the Adir describes it the same way: it feels alive. That's because the jet's sensors, EW systems, and data feeds merge into a single picture on the pilot's helmet display. It's not just showing data, it's interpreting it. The pilot sees threats, friendly units, and targets layered together in augmented reality, giving what commanders call God's eye awareness. In Israel's doctrine, that awareness is shared instantly across the force. Drones, air defenses, jets all feed each other's data in real time, creating what analysts describe as one brain, many eyes. But Israel isn't stopping there. The Adir is already moving toward its next evolution, the Block 4 upgrade. This version includes stronger processors, enhanced radar range, improved cooling for new sensors, and more memory for advanced EW software. Israel plans to load its own AI-driven targeting modules into that framework, enabling automatic identification of enemy launchers and radar nodes. It's a step towards semi-autonomous air combat, where the jet helps choose the strike pattern before the pilot even commands it. The Adir will also serve as the technological bridge to Israel's future 6th-generation fighter, a project still under wraps but rumored to combine AI command systems, drone swarms, and hypersonic munitions. The data Israel gathers from every Adir flight feeds that future platform, teaching machines how human pilots think in combat. What makes this story extraordinary is that none of it happened through confrontation. It happened through persistence. A small nation insisting that even the most advanced foreign jet must serve its local reality. The United States built the F-35 as a universal platform. Israel turned it into a national weapon system. That transformation holds a quiet message. Owning the hardware isn't enough. You must own the code, the doctrine, and the mindset. In the end, the F-35I Adir stands as a paradox, a jet that represents both partnership and independence. It flies on American engines, carries Israeli brains, and fights Israeli wars. It reminds the world that even in an age of shared technology, sovereignty still matters. The sky may be global, but strategy is always local. If you believe independence defines real power, type yes in the comments. If you think alliances still decide victory, type no. And don't forget to subscribe, because next we'll break down how Israel's electronic warfare tactics are quietly rewriting the future of stealth combat.